Our bodies hate lying and protest against it every time. Fuel Me once here, driving instructor of life. One of the aspects of forensic linguistics, which we are interested in, is what's called non-bona fide communication. Communication where there isn't the trust established between two speakers. And one of those is obviously lying. So a few things happen with your body when you lie. First of all, your heart rate increases. That means that if you look carefully on hands or neck or other places, you can see the blood pumping faster. Eyes dilate. That means they get bigger. I used to think dilate meant smaller, but dilate means bigger. Your skin, because it's getting more blood, will either go red or white. It's taking from some areas and putting it into other areas. And adrenaline kicks in. So whatever that person does in stressful situations, they're going to do when they're lying. You also have the urge to touch your face more, especially mouth block. There's a reason poker players cover up. Even if they can, block their emotions, their body still gives away tells. And they get into patterns of behavior that are real tells. Now, most people will tell you, there are certain patterns of behavior that happen when you're lying. No. What you do is the opposite of normal behavior. So you have to look at people's baseline, their patterns, to know what they're going to do when they're lying. So if they're fast talkers and they get excited, they'll kind of slow down and be calm, be more deliberate, etc. If they're jittery people, they'll be calmer. If they're calmer, you'll see them be jittery. So listen to your gut, trust, but verify it with evidence. In advertising, we talk about looking at the strongest legal claim. If someone says, no one's better, well, that means they all may be tied. It doesn't mean they're the best, even though they want you to think that. It's all a perception game. What can we make you think and believe? Let's take the example of Amber Heard this week. Here's an example of strongest claim. Remember, Dr. Hughes, her doctor, testified that Amber's answers were consistent of someone who had suffered domestic abuse, but she could not testify that Amber had actually suffered domestic abuse. Just her answers were like someone who had. Now, here's some things that Amber did. Nothing that she did was wrong, and every one of her answers included a lot of detail that didn't answer the question, but always ended in a slam on Johnny. She's kitchen sinking it. In other words, she's trying to overwhelm the audience with negatives and hope that something sticks. Well, she talked about it so much it has to be this bad. It's a kind of gaslighting in reverse. She doesn't remember a lot, but she remembers real weird specific details. Like, I remember feeling the carpet and the metal as I was dragged across the floor. I remember thinking, why did you headbutt me? Why didn't you punch me? Those are too specific. Liars like specific details.